All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the week. Put that right there. Welcome to the week. I hope you're doing great. Mr. Charlie and I are just hanging out. Let's see what's going on for this week. It feels a little bit to me, it feels like a light energy because of that Leo new moon happening this week. So if you have something you want to manifest, especially in terms of happiness and joy and something that really brings you lighthearted, soulmate energy really brings you joy, then this is the week to do it. All right. So some of you who've taken my tarot class, we talk about clearing your deck, clearing decks and bringing new energy into them. This week for the new moon in Leo is a great time to put your decks sort of on the windowsill to get cleared by the new moon in Leo. Bring that lighthearted energy into your readings. Okay. Let's see where we go. All right. Shift. Definitely shift energy, focus, focus, grounded. Okay, this feels like a moment in time when we are sort of taking stock a little bit. I think this is what's known as the dog days of summer. I usually think of this week in August as the time where things kind of take a break. A lot of people take vacations during this week before things start heating up with school or anything like that, really. Even in the beginning of school, when school starts, there's that lighthearted, fun energy, seeing your classmates again, going back to college, going back and really seeing people again. There can be a lot of fun that happens those weeks. So I do remember that in my college days, going back and seeing everybody for about a week before anything started to get really too intense. So we are shifting and focusing this lighthearted energy and this joyful energy into something that is going to be more of a consistent experience. So instead of having things just go, woo, lighthearted and intense, right? Let's keep joy going all year long, all year round, all year long. Okay. Let's keep joy moving. Ace of Pentacles underneath, the Page of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. Ah, beautiful energy here. So this feels a little bit like what's going on. The cards that are underneath are energies that you may not see right now, or maybe running in the background, kind of like a program running in the background on your computer, and you're not really noticing it, but it's there. And I feel like you're planting the seed for some kind of new beginning, something that's more in alignment with who you are, something that takes good care of you financially. All right. So we are going to be moving into Virgo energy, and Virgo energy definitely going to be very strong this year, especially around planting the seeds for future growth, for future abundance, and doing things that just make us feel good on a daily basis that are healthy for us. All right. So that's coming in. The Chariot energy, the Sun. Oh, so beautiful. The High Priestess, Nine of Swords, Queen of Cups, Three of Wands, Strength, Two of Wands, Two of Swords. I'm just going to clarify this for a second. King of Cups. Okay. So there's a little bit of back and forth energy here. I do see the Two of Pentacles going on sort of in the background, and it's actually going to show up in your life. So it's not for nothing, but we have the three twos here, and twos are about this way or that way. Make this choice or make that choice. And we have the Leo time period here. I feel like some of you are really needing to make some choices based on where you feel at home. So we have Cancer energy here. We have two Leo cards. So right now there's a lot of I'm not going to say pressure, but there's a lot of energetic bandwidth, or a lot of your energy going toward, well, where am I going next? Or what am I going to be doing next? Or what's the plan here, or whatever. In the Leo energy, it's more about sitting kind of in what brings you joy and what brings you lighthearted happiness. Happiness is I feel like everybody is searching for happiness. They don't always call it happiness, fulfillment, feeling justified, feeling grounded, feeling at home, feeling nurtured, feeling welcome, feeling at peace. we don't always call happiness happiness. And sometimes you can get that bias against that word of happiness, that it may be too light or too frivolous or something like that. But I promise you, happiness is underrated. And it's something that we all strive for. We're all seeking in some shape or form or another. And there can be some of us who really resist happiness and peace because there's no drama. Okay. Some of us are resisting feeling good about where we are because there's nothing going on. It just feels like that dog days of summer thing that I'm talking about. That if there's nothing going on, does that mean it's not where I'm supposed to be? Or does it mean that there's no energy here? No, it doesn't mean that at all. I feel like there's a sense of getting your bearings, getting yourself anchored, right? Grounding and focusing, because there is going to be a big shift that's happening in Virgo time. I'm definitely getting that kind of download around Virgo time, that it is about us choosing the direction. And if we've been toying with things, trying to decide, I mean, look at this Chariot card. It's a 7 card, but look at, it's like, do I go this way or do I go that way? One horse is going this way, one horse is going that way. And you've been trying to pull them together. Like, I'm trying to create happiness out of what I'm having in front of me, but is it really happiness, or is it really what I most want? So I feel like there's a shift into what truly brings me happiness. Deep down in your heart, what it is that's bringing you happiness and joy, or that feels good to you. And when things don't feel good to you. Some of you do things. I remember when I was working in television, this was many years ago. And this is when I kind of knew it was time to go. When I was telling somebody that I was working for Good Morning America or something like that, they're like, wow, that's great. I'm like, yeah, it sounds better than it is. And I was like, I heard myself say that. And I was like, yeah, there's not much good about this for me right now. Like, I've kind of run my course in this particular career, and I'm just not feeling any kind of, there's nothing satisfying about it to me anymore. And there wasn't. And that's why I left. There wasn't anything satisfying about it to me. I'd done I'd learned what I had gone there to learn. I'd done what I'd gone there to do, and it was time to go. And a lot of us stand at that crossroads for a really long time thinking, well, first of all, I don't know what the new thing is, but second of all, is going for happiness, how is that going to be seen? Like, if is happiness my mission and purpose on this planet? Wouldn't you be surprised if it was? We were always thinking that it was about like lifting heavy boulders off of old ladies and orphans, and lifting a car off of a baby, all this kind of, like, we have these ideas of what our mission and purpose is, and like our sense of, it's got to look difficult to other people, or it's got to look a certain way. There's something about appearance of it, because Leo is here, and Leo is about being seen by others. And it's like, how am I being seen by others? Do I feel validated by their admiration, right? The 3 of Wands here. Do I feel like do I get enough credit for what I'm doing? Or am I doing something just for the credit of it, or just for how it looks to other people? That might be something to take a look at. Okay, so I'm going to clarify here. So just one each. I'm going to pull one card for each. Chariot. And we'll see where we go with this. This is something I like to do for myself. So 4 of Swords. One card for the Sun. The Hierophant. And the High Priestess. I'll talk about this, and then I'll do the next 2 lines here. Okay, so 4 of Cups. Look at that. 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups, the Hierophant. I feel like some of you really do want a relationship, but have been really hurt or trampled in the past by relationships. And you're feeling like it's kind of frivolous to want that. Or is that even a thing? Is that even a thing? I saw something yesterday on Twitter about a woman giving a really bad first date account, and I was like, oh God, we've all been there. I mean, I remember being on a first date. This was, I think I was probably 22 or something like that, and this person was a young lawyer, and they had not made reservations at this particular restaurant, and it was like the most popular time to go there. It was the most crowded of ever, and I was like, you didn't make reservations. I feel like reservations are a way of showing someone that you actually planned or you cared. Okay, like make the reservation, plan the evening, didn't do any of that, and then kind of threw down the card of don't you know who I am? And first of all, you're 26 years old and you're clerking for some kind of superior court judge and everything. And it's like, no, no one knows who you are, right? No one knows who you are. And I was like, oh my God. The waiter came, the lady did nicely seat us. And I was like, oh my God. This was in the days before cell phones were a thing. I mean, I know I'm old, but like days before cell phones were a thing. And I was like, how am I going to get out of this? And the waiter came up. He was this really lovely guy. And he looked at me and I said, gin and tonic, please. And he's like, every 15 minutes? And I was like, yes, please. So that waiter actually got me out of there. And I won't bore you with that story, but he gave me an opportunity to take an off ramp, and I did. So this is definitely about, feeling disheartened. And I was reading that woman's column about all these awful first dates, and we've all had them. But that's not a real reason to give up on love entirely or to give up on a certain direction entirely. Just because somebody's a moron doesn't mean that you're not going to find your person. And the more moronic dates you have, or the more moronic kind of experiences you have, it can lead you to believe that, like, what else is there anything good about this? So I just feel like there's a sense of like, am I wanting something that exists? And I'm here to tell you that if you are aligned with it, it definitely exists. And it definitely exists in the heart of another person. It definitely exists in the in what's going on the planet. It definitely exists. Okay, so the Nine of Swords, the Hermit. Are all of our experiences become wisdom? Okay, and don't be like worried that you're not going to get what you want, because now you're in the wisdom place. Clarify the Queen of Cups, King of Wands, baby. King of Wands, I always see as the ideal partner. This is also a Leo energy, and it's somebody who definitely exists on the planet and definitely is also aligned with you. You may not see them right now. Three of Wands, Judgment. So there's some real crossroads energy here, and this feels like it can be the other person or the situation that you're looking to attract to you is learning some new things right now, is learning to be their King of Wands self, is learning to step into that energy, is learning, and your job really is just to be doing your healing work. Take this week to just focus on what it is you most want and align with that. And don't worry so much about, is someone else aligned with me? I'm going to align with what it brings me joy and happiness. That is when you're going to be matched with joy and happiness in every aspect of your life. So please clarify the Strength card. Six of Swords. Two of Wands, please. Nine of Swords. There's that Nine of Swords again. I feel like you have it in common with this person. Some of you have an anxious disorder even. Some of you have trouble sleeping. It's definitely aligned with who you are on this planet. I feel like there's a person who is supposed to be with you or supposed to be in your energy at some point in time. And they will also tell you that they have this anxiety thing. And the Three of Wands again. So it's really about just aligning with what brings you most happiness and joy, and stop worrying about things. I feel like you and your worrying is also aligning with worry in general in the world, and that's bringing you more worry. It's like what you see in front of you is a reflection of your past. Now it's time to turn your energy toward what you're wanting to create and align with that. You may not see it in your reality yet, but it's being manifested. Okay. So this is about allowing. This is about allowing. So you don't have to do anything but follow your path, align with your heart, align with your joy. And there is a big shift coming. So I'm going to look at that. I'll pull cards for each zodiac sign in the extended, and we'll see where we go. There is a big shift coming here. Okay. All right. Link in the description box. Let's continue on. Pathfinders, let's just keep going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.